I weighed over 200 pounds. My weight was going up and I was trying to stop it. What was I doing wrong? I discovered this book called The Secrets to Ultimate Weight Loss by Chef AJ, and I began to make some changes. Of course, my changes affected my whole family. Before, I was cooking family meals for all of us to eat together. They were full of things that the standard American diet has: meat, dairy, um, cheese, simple carbohydrates. One of the meals I made was called Tater Tot Hot Dish. And I just cringe now when I think of all the oil in that meal. Well, as I began to make more healthy food and meals and options, my family was not happy at all, least of all my husband. But I was done being at an unhealthy weight and eating these unhealthy meals. My husband was not on board with me, nor were my children, so we had to compromise. And now I make my own meals, and they make their own meals. It's not easy, it's been tough, but I'm not going back to being over 200 pounds like I was before, if I can help it. I weighed 211 pounds, and then I started eating the whole food, plant-based food and meals. My weight went down to 131 pounds. I lost 80 pounds. It was amazing. Um, I've actually recently gained about 9 pounds of those back, but I'm still striving and trying to do better all the time. I'm nowhere near being that 211 that I was before. This is how I did it. First of all, to be clear, my children are old enough to cook meals for themselves, so that's not a problem. Um, we cook meals as we like, as we can. For me personally, food preparation has been a big help with all of this. Um, I make sure I have different kinds of whole grains in my refrigerator, prepped ahead of time for my meals. If I start to run out of one of my grains that I usually have for a meal, I'll go ahead and cook that. I'll just cook it as I need it. Um, I also keep frozen vegetables and frozen fruit in my freezer. And I also keep fresh raw vegetables in my refrigerator, stuff that I can just easily pull out and quickly cut up as I need my meals. Sometimes I'll cut vegetables ahead of time. Sometimes I'll get pre-cut vegetables at the store just so it makes it more convenient for me. I eat beans from the can. I just pour them off into my salad or whatever I'm having at the time. And I always keep fresh fruit on my kitchen table. We go to Costco, we get fruit there. It's really yummy. I keep my meals really simple and easy for me. I combine grains and fruit for breakfast, and I put ground seeds on that. And then for my lunch, I have a whole grain with beans, raw vegetables, and a sauce that I make from scratch. And my dinners are kind of the same, with a cooked grain and some cooked vegetables and a sauce that I make. And the hardest part is when my family cooks up stuff that they like to eat. Every once in a while, things like they'll cook up some pizza, and I love pizza. It's hard to resist, so they'll let me have just a little bit. I'll just take a little bit of a slice because I don't want to eat too much of it. And they're good about letting me do that. I offer my meals to them, but they don't want to eat it, so that's fine. Um, when they cook up things like this, the smell just permeates the house, and I have to have some, so I just have a little bit. I don't have much. I try to keep myself really well disciplined about that. They cook up like brownies or cookies, it smells good. But for the most part, I'm pretty good about it, and they are too. They're understanding of what I want to do. So eating this way has its challenges. Like when we go on vacation as a family, usually we've only been doing extended weekend type vacations, so just a few days. And I'll bring a cooler full of food for me because I can't eat like they do like that. And anyway, whenever we go out to eat, we usually have to compromise. We usually have to go to a place that will have like salads and vegetables as well as things they like to eat. My kids like to eat a lot of pasta type meals, so things like that. Um, and I've had to keep any sweets that they bring home from the store. I keep it in a cupboard um, in my kitchen where it can be not on the counter, so I'm not having to look at it every time I need to pass through the kitchen for something. It's been a struggle, but it's been worth it. Um, I don't ever want to go back to that same weight where I was before. Um, and with eating like this, I've been feeling so good. I have more energy. I sleep better at night. I sleep deeply at night, so I don't sleep as many hours as I used to. It's been amazing. And I recently got a physical exam, my yearly physical exam done at the doctor office. And my numbers are so good on blood work. I mean, it's amazing to me. It is so worth it to stick with eating whole food, plant-based meals. It's been a life changer for me. Um, and I'd love to hear any changes that you might have made in eating habits or health habits or any kind of habits. So let me know because I'd love to hear about that. So, and that's all I've got for now. Bye bye for now.